She wants to do something, and I'm going to give you her reasons for it and then tell you what we're going to do going forward. Matter of fact, it's probably the topic of the video. You probably clicked on it thinking, oh, here we go again with clickbait. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great show with a lot of great sales, like I always say. But there are two things today. One, I'm in trouble. Blue Ridge Mama probably is going to join us in a minute because she clicked on her phone and was like, what is this? Where did you get this from? I sold something that she was a little kind of back and forth on about selling. And I remember her telling me it was okay to sell it, but she says she didn't. So I invited her down here to tell her story. I also wanted to talk about a different topic. She wants to do something, and I'm going to give you her reasons for it and then tell you what we're going to do going forward. Matter of fact, it's probably the topic of the video. You probably clicked on it thinking, oh, here we go again with clickbait. And it is clickbait to a certain extent, but in reality, it's very true. What we're going to talk about is something that we have been talking about for a while. It's something she wants to do, and I think I'm leaning towards doing it. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. And there's a whole lot of great sales. Let's take a look. All right, I'll give you a hint that the item in question that Blue Ridge Mama is a little upset about is up there. So tell me in the comments before she gets in here which one you think it is. Top row. The next item is a great sale. I got to remember the name of this sale. I think it was like Piles of Profit. And this is really, you know, you watch the video and it doesn't look that great. And then you look back at it and like, man, we're going to make a bunch of money off of that video. This right here is I think it's Bluebell. Let me look. I'm going to pull all that down. It's coveralls and they're in great shape. There's one little mark right there. Maybe another one there. Really in good condition. You see there's just a tiny bit of damage, but this came from just up the road at a sale. There's a few marks, I guess. I see some. But overall in good condition. A lot of times you'll see these frayed. It's a herringbone here. You can see that. Zipper still works. Button still works. You got the place for the pin. This reminds me of, what's that show? If you've ever seen Good Times, I don't know what the guy's name is. They call him Buffalo Butt, right? The guy who's, you know, the super for the building there in that show. And he's always wearing this. I know he has his pin stuck here. What is the name? What is his name? I know it isn't Buffalo, but y'all going to tell me in the comments. That's just what I remember. So Bluebell, definitely vintage here. And regular size 42. This thing right here, I don't know what, I think we paid, well, you know, sometimes you're at a yard sale and you see something like this and it's just $1, right? Well, this guy had it bagged up, you know, so there was some value to it. It was probably his. He probably wore it for years. It was a pallet company, like a privately owned, like a family-owned business. And so we paid, I think, $5 for this. It sold for $60. $60 plus shipping. Our Blue Ridge Mama just sent me a text. She says she's on her way down to yell at me. We'll see. All right. Let's see. I can't find it. I just saw it. PS2 007 Quantum of Solace. Not a huge winner here. Bought it in a lot of games for $5. And we're already in pure profit, but $6.50 for this one plus shipping. All right, she is still not here, so I figured I'd knock one of these out. And just had another one of these sales come across, which I'm going to ship out tomorrow. And that one I think is, well, I'll tell you tomorrow. It's kind of green, Callaway golf hat, camo, $30, free shipping on that. We're not making a bunch on these because we had to pay up for them, but we're making about $6 to $7 on profit. You might not think that's a whole bunch, and it's not, but it's a single listing. I think there were like 8 of that style. All in all, we bought like 40 different hats. And I think 3 different styles, 40 hats. Or 4 different styles. I forgot about the bucket hats. So because they're multi-quantity, you know, that profit adds up pretty quick. I love multi-quantity, even if the profit is small, because it's one listing. And that's where I find I spend much of my time listing items. I can ship them really, really fast. So I love those multi-quantity items. All right, y'all, if this is the last episode of the Commonwealth Flipper channel here, you have her to blame.
What?
So why are you mad at me?
I'm not mad at you.
I'm telling you, you told me, go ahead, you can sell it, no problem.
I don't think that was that. I think it was the Snoopy snow cone.
Snoopy snow cone machine.
Maker.
So, do you want me to cancel this?
No. It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go. So how long
you've
had this?
Tray?
Did I sell your Look, it's right there.
That's wrong.
It's right there. So this one you had no problem getting rid of. This one you kept for a while, and I took it out and said, hey, can I sell this? And you said yes. I don't care what you say. You said yes.
It's false.
False. You just regret it, is all.
I'm just going to miss them.
Weren't you? Look, I liked Alf when I was a kid, and I'm much older than you. So, I mean, you must have been tiny. You must have been little. How long? That show couldn't have been on. It wasn't that good. It couldn't have been on for that long.
I don't know, but I thought it was funny.
Do you know the best part about that show?
You like the little girl.
I did. I was the girl. She wasn't little. She's tall, and the braces. I thought she was just cute as could be.
I was probably like 5, 6.
I was thinking we should bring Alf in to scare the cats and make them behave.
Because he ate cats.
That's right.
The best part.
That's right. All right, but I do have a serious question to ask you. So we've been talking about shutting down Turner's store. So what are your reasons for wanting to shut down the store? Because I have a few of my own. One of them I'm not going to say today. But why do you think it's a good idea?
I mean, it is a hassle switching back and forth. I've accidentally listed stuff and the wrong one.
I've listed ashtrays
Yeah.
in Turner's store before.
Yeah, I mean, it's just just the hassle of switching.
And not only
forth.
just switching it when you list it, but I have to switch back and forth when I have to do it when I'm prepping for the show, when I write up my little storyboard. But I have to do it back and forth when I'm shipping, and the internet here stinks. So switching back and forth isn't easy all the time. It can sometimes take 2-3 minutes to go back and forth. So.
I mean, and then for lovely viewers too, like they don't need to have to go, if they know our store already, to feel like they need to go and look in another store.
Yeah, and I have had people say, it's not in this store, and I'll say, well, check the other store, because sometimes it is. So that's a good point. I didn't think about that one. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
You're still bitter?
There. No.
That's all right.
You're going to somebody that wants it.
That's right. I don't think it's a viewer, though. Anyway, what did it sell for? It sold for $27 plus shipping. I'll give you the money.
But see, these two, like, I actually used these. It's not like...
Well, it should be worth more if you used it. We should have autographed. You should have autographed it, and we should have put it in our 12 Days of Christmas sale.
Watching some Wheel of Fortune and eating a dinner.
That's funny. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
This shelf is on fire here. $35 plus shipping for Gizmo. And I'm trying to remember where I bought it from. Y'all might remember better than me. Maybe I haven't aired it yet. That's pretty cool. So that leads me to the big Christmas question of the year. And I really like that sale. $35 plus shipping for that. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I feel like there was a blue tag on it. I'm going to have to find that in the video. So, at any rate, here's the question that everybody asks, and we debated that the other day, is this movie, is Gremlins, is it a Christmas movie? So you tell me in the comments, is Gremlins a Christmas movie? Let's not talk about Die Hard. You know, the other day we talked about inflation, and it started to get heated in the comments. So we don't want to talk about that. Let's not talk about what kind of thermal printer you use. You know, that stuff's off to, you know, politics, religion, and what type of thermal printer you use. That's not stuff you bring up at the dinner table. I do think we can get away with this debate, though. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie? So tell me down below. I don't want to tell you. I'll tell you my opinion in just a minute. Turner has a sale from the Homeschool Hustler store, and we have a topic to talk about pretty soon. Me and your mom are thinking about shutting your store down. What do you think?
For how long?
Forever. Well, not really. Thinking about keeping it for you for the future. So you can have it when you're ready to sell. But for now, shutting it down and selling all of your items in our store. What do you think? You'd still get paid. You still get paid for your stuff.
Like
what do you
how
think?
much?
Like how much? Same amount you're doing now, buddy. We'll talk about it later. Who's that guy right there?
I forgot his name.
You forgot that? Would you remember what movie that's from?
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. That's the Cowardly Lion. Cowardly Lion. It's a little tiny Christmas ornament. It sold for $6 plus shipping. So not too much, but definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
All right, and I have another question for you. Here's the question. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
I don't really think so.
No? You don't think so?
No, but I think it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Can you tell the people how we decide what Christmas movie we watch? We try to watch a couple a week, if not more. How do we decide? Because everybody has a different opinion.
So a hat. And we cut little pieces of paper up and like put the letter of what the thing starts with.
So everybody gets to pick a movie that they want to watch.
And then if
and put it in the hat.
Yeah, if like 2 people vote for Home Alone,
then there's 2 pieces of paper in there for Home Alone, right? And you always vote for Home Alone, don't you?
And
What's your other favorite Christmas movie? What is your absolute favorite Christmas movie?
The Grinch.
The Grinch, for sure. All right, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
In case you're wondering, Turner doesn't list stuff in his own store. He doesn't know how to do that yet. He does help me with pictures. He helps me clean from time to time, and every once in a blue moon he helps me ship, but not very often. He takes the trash out. He does other things, and he, of course, appears on the videos all the time. So we give him the money from that. We give him $1 to save and $1 to spend and $1 to donate from every single sale. So that would continue. But keeping the store open would be, I guess it would be open. We just wouldn't have anything in there. There's a couple reasons why. I'm going to save a couple for later, but I'm going to tell you one of them right now. Just the sheer, besides what Blue Red Mama already told you, the sheer bookkeeping of doing taxes on the 2 things, because you've got to do printouts for both and run reports on both. It's just too big of a pain. At tax time, it's not worth it, in my opinion, right now for us to do that. And the idea that Turner could take it over someday is still going to stand. He can, if he wants to. You know, kids are kind of strange. You know, if parents want them to do something, they tend to eventually not do that thing a lot of times. So it'll be there if he chooses to do it. And if he doesn't, it'll be there still. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it'll be there. We haven't made up our minds entirely yet, but we're getting close. There's one other factor, which we'll talk about probably around the beginning of the year when we talk about our resolutions. So Ice Blue Aquavelva Vintage, $19 plus shipping. It came from Carol's Place, the Lightning Strikes Twice sale. By the way, my opinion is it is a Christmas movie. It is. The topic of the video might not be Christmas, but everywhere throughout that video you see Christmas. Sold an 8-track. Gotta love doing that. I've been doing that a long time. One of my very first videos that actually people watched was an 8-track and cassette video. And this is Genesis, 1974, so this must have been the Peter Gabriel Genesis. Has to be. Right? Let's see if it says Peter Gabriel. It doesn't, but it's got to be. Because I think it was probably after I was born that, well, maybe about the same time that Phil Collins took over. I think that's right. Wasn't he the drummer or something? Y'all have to tell me. Anyway, $7.55. Also came from the same sale. Plus shipping. So it's not a huge profit. I put this out. I like to ship them. If they're not hot, you know, this is only what did I say? $7.55 plus shipping. It barely fits because, you know, 4 inches. It's just a tick under 4 inches in a 7x4x2 box. But, you know, really, you could probably just put a little bubble wrap around it and slide it in a big poly envelope, or maybe just one piece of cardboard here, one piece of cardboard here. Throw it in a padded poly. You can put it in an 8x6x4, but there's not a ton of profits. You don't want to eat it up by putting it in a big box. So, at any rate, not bad. I love selling 8-tracks. Clothes sales been going up a little bit. And sold to Mary Kay. This is just eye color, $4.50 plus shipping. So not much money, but it is pure profit. Sold one of the Rockwells. This is, what is this one called? The Discovery? I think that's what this one is called. Because he found Santa's costume down there. And he's like, oh my gosh, Santa's costume's in here. Maybe it's like, you know, Santa's sleeping with my mom or something. Should I say that? I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus. You get the idea. Anyway, look at that dresser right there, little MCM. This little predates that a little bit. This would have been done in the 1930s. So I remember my great grandparents having one similar to that. Just, I'm boring you. $10 for this one. This little print plus shipping. Now, this one has been in the store a long time. It was a Blue Ridge Mama pickup at the Goodwill. It's an Anthropology brand, I believe, and it eventually sold for $30, I think, free ship, $29, something like that, free shipping. It should stay first class, but if it doesn't, it's still going to be a decent little profit. So, but it was near the back of the closet over there, which means it's been here for at least 2 years. 2 more sales, no huge winners. This one's really a bad one, to be honest with you. Liberty University, I think it's a stadium giveaway maybe, or maybe it's basketball, right? It's in the wintertime. Some giveaway. Anyway, I paid maybe a quarter, 50 cents. at a sale. Sold it for $8, so what am I making? $2. Not a good buy. I had to keep dropping it to get rid of it. Finally sold. And then this one, I think I paid $3 for this one at a sale. I remember the sale. Not positive, but I think I remember the sale. It was hot as all get out, and I'm buying fleece. At any rate, sold for $15 plus. It's a kid's size, 14-16. So that's why I didn't sell for much. 14-16, and it sold for $15 plus shipping. All right, Reagan just joined us, but I just wanted to mention real quick that John bought copies to, I think he wanted a hard copy. He requested one. So we just send digital copies unless you specifically request one, and then we'll mail one off to you for the Commonwealth Picker shipping table over there on CommonwealthPicker.com. Speaking of CommonwealthPicker.com, you have a sale. You sold one shirt. Who'd you sell it to? Ryan. And I think Ryan left us a nice little message. I can't remember. But I did write down Rye Nose Flips, and I didn't even realize it when I wrote it down, because it was R-Y, nose, like you know something, flips. And I think it's supposed to be a play on words, like rhinos, flips, I think. What do you think? All right, they've been begging for a joke, and we normally put it at the end of the show, but we haven't done it for like a week.
Yeah.
So do you have a joke for them today?
What do you call people that take care of chickens?
What do you call people who take care of chickens? Oh, this is the one. Oh, this is the one I sent you from a viewer. And was it Allison, maybe? I can't remember, but tell the joke.
A chicken tender.
A chicken tender. I like it. That's really good. I like your socks, too.
Thank you.
What are those? Koalas. Reagan loves koalas. Oh, I shouldn't say that, because somebody's going to send you a koala. And then they're going to say you did it on purpose, and I didn't. But I guess I just did. So, thank you.
Bye, and don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Sold some super bass guitar strings. This is a great sale that we missed out on all the good stuff, and I was determined to find a bunch of other stuff that I could sell after all the pickers left. And this is what I come up with here. I came up with a bunch of guitar strings that I found in a little crate, and we've been making a bunch of money off them. This sold for $46. It's gonna go out first class. Free ship, but $46 first class. That's a really nice profit. I think I paid $5 for the entire crate full. Some items are definitely seasonal, and sometimes I put those in this tub. So, like insect repellent, right? Definitely seasonal. Now I gotta make sure I get the right one. This might be it back here. I know there's this one up here, but that's not. No, I got it right. It's this one right here. And it is just some ski goggles, or I guess winter sport goggles. No fall goggles. $14.95, I think, plus shipping. I don't remember what I paid. A couple bucks maybe. All right, I take it back. It was $10.90 plus shipping. So not a huge profit, but definitely worth it. Whenever you have a bunch of things sell to the same person, it's always awesome. They're all free shipping too, which, you know, if they requested a refund for shipping, you know, like an overage reimbursement, I would probably do it, even though it's free shipping, because the shipping cost is built in. But this is going out media mail, so the cost is pretty much nothing anyways. And there are 4 more 8-tracks that sold in addition to this one. This one sold to a customer. The other one sold to a customer as well. All 4. It might be a viewer, but I'm not positive. I am going to say thank you just in case. By the way, we have our 12 days of Christmas auctions up. If you're interested, there's always something that is up for auction, and it's always a 50-50 charity split. So, all right, here we go. Look at that. Those are the 4. I knew these 2 were, because there's 2 blondie ones, and those are blue. But Black Sabbath and King Crimson, that's a good name to look out for, by the way, in almost any genre, but most of you know that. So, any media, I should say. Blondie, another blondie, Black Sabbath, and King Crimson. I think this, I know this one and this one. Maybe one of these was down there from the Lightning Strikes Twice sale, but I think one of them was from somewhere else. So $46, free shipping. Probably go out in the 8x6x4 box. Forgive the heater noise over here. It's a little chilly here. And I'm doing some shipping, and it just reminded me of something. When I came over here, I saw my gift stack, and I haven't talked about any of these gifts, but I want to get to that in a second. But before I do, a quick thank you to Rolo and to American Bubble Boy for partnering with us in those affiliate links down below. Joel over there is awesome, and I'm sure really busy this time of year. Thank you to everybody who uses the American Bubble Boy link, and Rolo as well. Rolo has the wireless, but they haven't even sent me one yet. Y'all got to send me one. Come on. Actually, you shouldn't. Don't send me one because you're limiting, I think, how many sell each day of those. And so if you use my link and they maybe hit the limit for the day, you know, check back the next day. So thank y'all. But look at this. This is like brand new. See the sleeve? Just a gorgeous Hampton, Virginia plate. Love it. From Ken and Teresa. Here's an extra plate for you and the shed. So I'm going to find an awesome spot for that. For sure. I'll have to figure it out. So thank you to you guys and to everybody else who sent us something. There's like 4 boxes back there. We will get to it soon. I know Ivan sent us a big box. We'll get to it soon, I promise. Thank you. I somehow skipped over earlier on my list. I think it's because Blue Ridge Mama rattled me coming in here yelling at me. She didn't yell, I know. A Vera Bradley bag. And I got a lot of criticism the other day about Vera Bradley bags. I'm just like, you know, you find a nice, that's a nice bag. $17 plus shipping. And this sold to a viewer. Sold to David and Jennifer, I think. So thank y'all for that very much. We appreciate it. It's in great shape. I think you'll like it. Thanks. I want to give a thank you to Edward for 10 pieces of the shed over there at buymeacoffee.com/Commonwealth. Thank you. And we're going to put your name down, but I'm going to read this. I don't often read these because it sounds like I'm bragging about myself because I'm reading other people's comments and I just don't think it comes off well. But there's a great message here, and I'm sentimental, and the holidays make me even more sentimental. I don't know if you got that about me, but I'm going to read it anyways. Kevin just wanted you to know, been watching your videos for a few months now, just subscribed, bought these coffees for you. Your situation echoes my own, where I'm contemplating retirement and reselling full time. It's wonderful to see your family's support, and I find your attitude inspirational. My whole family has started watching, and my son has recently started attending flea markets and garage sales, and it's helped us reconnect as a family with the idea of running eBay as a side hustle in my retirement. We enjoy watching you teach your children about business with an appreciation for charity. Your daughter's jokes are the highlight of the video. I take that as a compliment. Somebody else told me that I only watch for Reagan. That was not a compliment. At any rate, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Best wishes. So, thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. And it just makes, you know, I'm always aware that, you know, things don't, a lot of times things break down. There's a book we used to talk about in AP World History is Things Fall Apart. That's kind of the nature of things, pun intended. Things fall apart. Our bodies fall apart. Everything, you know, nothing stays the same. You know, people pass on. I mean, nothing stays. And I feel like I'm in a sweet spot in my life right now. And it's definitely something I think about. And I'm so grateful for it. And so take some time, you know, take some time this holiday season here as Christmas approaches and spend some time with your folks, with your people. Because that's really, really all that matters. So, at any rate, I won't. I could go on, but I'm not going to. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to see you next time. Some items are definitely seasonable. Seasonable. Jeez, scratch this whole thing, do it again.